good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever and whenever you may be listening to us across the entire globe. This is Tarot Today Live. We've been bringing the world of tarot for the last almost 14 years, Mary.
Yikes.
Wow.
I know. It's a lot.
No, but we are here. Hi, I'm Dax Carlisle. I'm president of the Tarot Guild. Been doing this for almost 20 years with the Guild here. Mary is our vice president, director of communications. And she's also a crystal Reiki master, tarot master. How you doing, Mary? Happy Psychic Saturday.
Happy Psychic Saturday. I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing? How's
Great.
everybody out there?
Hey, everybody. So we are live on YouTube. Oh, hey, there is Sharona in the chat on YouTube. Tarot by Sharona. Hello,
Hey, Sharona.
My fabulous friends, she says. Mary and Dax, fabulous friends.
Fabulous.
She's going to be back on the air with Magic Universe tomorrow, and we'll talk about that a little later in the show. Give you a little heads up on Sharona's show. And you can join us on YouTube as well. So you can see Mary and I on YouTube. Just go there and search Tarot Today Live. Jump in the live with us and jump in the chat room. But you can also call into the show because we're simulcasting on Blog Talk Radio through the Psychic Talk Radio Network. That's right. It's 714-816-4628. Same phone number for all of our shows all week long on the Psychic Talk Radio Network. Remember to press 1 on your dial pad as soon as you get through. So we know you want to be live on air with us. 714-816-4628. You can call in, ask us anything you want about the Tarot Guild, membership, becoming a professional reader, getting certified, any general questions about numerology, tarot, crystals, hypnosis, all the things that Mary and I cover.
All of them.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to talk about.
You can also call in for a mini reading too, but you can actually also do that. Maybe you can't call into the show. Maybe you're sitting there at work in your office, and like your boss is looking at you from across the room there. Hey, you
can
glaring
at you. Why aren't you working? What are you doing? You
can type it to us on, the YouTube chat. Mary, how do they do that?
They type. And if you have you just want a general reading, then just type pull a card for me, please. And we'll just pull a card. If you have a very specific question, just type in your question and you don't have to ask. If we'll do a reading for you, you don't have to take a number. You don't have to stand in line. We get to them as they come up in the order that they come up as Dax sees them during the show, while we're also taking calls to Blog Talk Radio. And also you can ask questions, personal, reading questions for a mini reading, or if you have a question about tarot and how tarot works, or you want to know about the Tarot Guild, who are we? What do we do? Why do we exist? What's up? So you can ask all that and more.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I see Ellie in there. Ellie, the
Ellie.
Child. She's one of our staffers at the Guild. And also we got like 3 callers already on the switchboard. Woo, we'll be going
exciting
in just a little bit. But Mary, speaking of pulling cards, did you pull cards for today?
I did pull cards for today. I pulled a card from the Voice and Vision Tarot, the new deck from Ciro Marchetti. And then also I pulled a card from the Sufi Wisdom Oracle by Rasuli and my painting teacher. The card that I got from the Voice and Vision Tarot is the Judgment card. The Judgment card. And the card that I got from the Sufi Wisdom deck, the artwork by Rasuli, return to joy. You are here to experience joy. So how do those two fit together, right? I think they fit together beautifully, really. The Judgment card, really, a lot of times it has to do with like the bigger decisions that we make in our lives. It can also be about, those times when we feel like we are being judged, or maybe we're judging others. And if you see the angel in that card, to me, this is a card of clearly, the body's rising up, the angel there, it's the afterlife, right? but we're all living an afterlife. We're living the life we are living after we were children, or after we did our 20s, or we did our 30s. This is an afterlife. And so how we got there and the way that our life is has everything to do with the decisions, the judgments that we make along the way. And the angel to me is a sign of mercy, having some mercy in the way that we judge other people, and those moments when we are deciding what's the next thing, the big things, that return to joy. We're here to experience joy, I think, is really good advice. Look at what you're going to decide to do next. If you have a big decision facing you about anything, and think about whether or not it brings you closer to joy or further away from it. And have mercy, for yourself and for other people, and, just for like life, So that's what I get. What did you get?
Awesome. Well, yeah, I also look at the numerology of the day, and today's the 21st, the 3rd, but also the 12th. 1 + 2 is 3, but the 21st, 2 + 1 is 3. Those are all under the influence of that 3 energy, creativity. So it's a great day for that, doing the creativity. And the entire date, October 21st, 2023, it all reduces down to 2 relationships, but before the final reduction to 2, we get 11. So it's a Master Illuminator Day. That's right, Master number 11. So this is a great day for teaching and learning. And the cards that I got today, aha. So there you go. We got, let's see here, the Strength card and the Hermit card. Now, also look, the Hermit is shining his light on the Strength card, right? Okay, so creativity and that Master Illuminator number, as you're working on that, the message from the tarot is, okay, he's shining his light of wisdom, but also there's that mentoring energy. So seeking out a mentor, maybe you're doing something creative that's brand new to you, and you're just learning about it. That's where that Master Illuminator energy comes in. Okay. But the overall message with the Strength card is, internal strength. Okay. So that's having determination and discipline. So the message that I'm getting from this overall is that we need to stick to it, and we need to kind of turn off the distractions. I'm not telling you to not watch YouTube, but what you do is, like, for instance, right now I'm getting back into web design. I only watch YouTube videos about web design. From when I wake up in the morning till I go to sleep at night, it's nonstop.
It sounds terrible.
Yeah,
Oh
no, but to me, it's fantastic, because what happens is you get immersed in it, and you start to learn things, but you also start to discover things that you wouldn't normally discover, and that leads you down new rabbit holes, and takes you to new videos, and maybe you're looking on Udemy at some of the courses that are available, and taking a course or 2 or 3, us Udemy aholics. So yeah, that's the message today, is that if you really want to succeed at a project, or the creativity that, that 3 energy, that creativity, maybe it's a new, you've never picked up a paintbrush before and you're going to start. That's what you do, is, you gotta have the discipline and the mentor, and just, push away, at least for a little while, try it for a week, push away all the other distractions and just focus narrowly on what it is your goal is. You'll be amazed how quickly you can pick up the techniques and everything in something new, and just master it, or at least become pretty proficient really fast. I mean, it's not like the old days, Mary, where you went to university, it would take you 4 years, to learn anything. No, you can
Yeah.
get it in weeks or months, days even, you can pick up something new. So that's what I got. And
Even like tarot, you could pick up tarot
you
in
could
that
pick up
time frame.
tarot in a few days. You could start reading in hours, not even hours. You could start reading right now, because
Just
you
grab a
can
deck.
grab a deck, pull a card, and go, what's going on in this card? The 2 hour
Exactly.
tarot tutor, say what you see.
Yeah.
Say what you see. In fact, that's actually also a really good hint for people, that are starting out. And like, if you get stuck on a card, don't freak out about it. There's two things you can do really, really, really easily. I'll have a big spread, well, not that big. Me. I only do 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, 7.
Mhm.
But if I have five cards out and 4 of them are speaking to me and 1 isn't, I don't bother with that card. Yeah. So see, that's another power of spreads with multiple cards versus, there's a lot of people that try to do their readings with, 1 card at a time, 1 card.
Mm.
So if you lay out a spread, and if a card is not speaking to you, just ignore it. What does the other card say? And that might also spark something with the card you're having problems with. Number 2, what you can do is what I just said. Say what you see. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about not
Yeah.
knowing. I can't remember the keywords. Don't worry about
Don't
that.
worry about memorizing a whole laundry list of
Yeah.
keywords, because I
What's
think that's
actually
like the very
happening?
first thing that people try to do, like immediately. They
Mhm.
get that little guidebook and they pull a card and they go to the guidebook, pull a card and go to the guidebook, and it's so limiting.
So real quick, let's take a look in the chat here, because I want to see who else has
Yes.
come in. I mentioned Ellie, right? Yeah. Oh, Kathy Centauri from the guild. She's in
Hi.
here too. Yeah, Kathy is actually about to get certified literally today.
Awesome.
Yes,
Congratulations.
congratulations, Kathy. Oh my God, she passed her exam, the written exam part, with
Mhm.
flying colors. Oh my God. And
That's awesome.
yeah, she's going to do a test reading with me today. That's right. And
Great.
Ellie says, yes, the endless possibilities of web design and development. Oh my God, girl. Ellie does this for a living, by the way, and she's on the Tarot Guild staff and one of our certified readers as well. And Ellie,
Yes.
I need to get on a Zoom with you, because oh my God, I've gone down the rabbit hole and I'm really confused now, because there is,
You guys need to have a conversation.
well, I built a lot of websites. I built the Tarot Guild site,
Yeah.
multiple versions. I've built ones for the Legion, for Disabled American Veterans, Rage Monthly Magazine. I've built a lot of them, but I am not a professional at it. But the tools I had starting back, my first website was what, 2009.
Dropping cards everywhere.
My first website was, what they have available today is just unreal. It is unreal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me check the phone lines here. Oh, wow. We're getting a bunch of calls on the phone lines here. You want to take a call first, Mary, here?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. You can call in at 714-816-4628. Don't forget to press 1 on the dial pad if you want to be live on air with us. We have a couple of callers without their hand raised, so we're going to assume you're just listening to the show, and that's perfectly fine as well. But if you want to be live on air with Mary and I, push 1 on the dial pad. I think 929 has been waiting the longest. Are you there, 929? Hello? I'm not hearing. Are you hearing them?
I don't hear them.
Area code 929.
Hello?
Are you there, Hunt?
Yes.
What's your
Hey,
name
can you
and
hear
where are
me?
you calling from?
This is Stacy, and I'm calling from New York City. How are you?
Good. Stacy from New York City.
Stacy again. Hi, Stacy.
Yes. Hey,
What do you
how's it
want to talk
going?
about?
Okay. All right. I'm going to this week. I'm going to skip the law thing because I'm on the right track now. I have everything in order for that. I'm going to skip that. But I have a question to ask Dax. I think about a year ago, I told him that I was looking for a job, and he told me that I needed to revamp my resume. And you told me to, when I do get my resume revamped, to try to go to, I don't know, to like a tree, like there's like a resume service, and I think it's like 3 people that do resume writing. And I guess my question is that I'm looking. If I let these people do my resume, do you think they'll help me get my foot into the door of the company that I'm trying to get a job in?
Well, in general, resume services are just helping you polish that. The whole getting in the door is up to
Okay.
you. There's no connection normally. I mean, there might be services out there that have more connections, but in general, they're just helping you polish up the resume, and then you are the one taking it
Okay.
to the business. Okay. Now, in general, will such a thing help you out?
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that and see what comes up. Oh, I'm getting a lot of 7 cards. Okay, so 7 is the seeking, the seeker. It's the seeking out of information, research, anything along those lines. Let's see. I'm trying to think here. I'm not getting a lot of yeses in this spread. I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I don't know if it's that
Okay.
bad though, because the question I asked was about, is it going to be the resume and the resume service and polishing the resume? I I'm not saying don't do it. Okay. I'm not saying it won't help. I'm just saying less emphasis on that. That is not the big deal. Okay. So what I'm getting here is, okay, the emperor is, the decision maker. All right. We got, and here's where the 7s come in. 7 of Pentacles, he's looking at his harvest. Depending on how you look at it, sometimes the 7 of Pentacles, hey, he's looking at the harvest there and it looks pretty good. Sometimes he's looking at it and it's, doesn't turn out exactly how he would like it to. But, and so you have to look at the surrounding cards and what's going on. I don't think the outcome of focusing so much on the resume and the service, like that's going to get you the job. I think you're going to end up being disappointed because right next to it is also the 7 of Cups, another 7. And in that card, things are just not that clear. There's, either you look at this as like too many choices or it's fantasy.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yes.
It's fantasy. So it's like you're being sold a bill of goods by these companies. Oh, yes. Come work with us. We're going to charge you a lot of money and we're going to, help you with your resume. And that's going to get you a job. Don't listen to that. All right. There are things, I just mentioned Udemy. You can go on Udemy and take a short course on how to write a really great resume for $12 and not spend hundreds of dollars on a service. So that's what I'm trying to get out.
Okay.
Is what's really important. Let's see what's really important. So if it's not the resume, that's really, it's going to be an important factor. You still want to do it. Just don't spend $500 on a service. A cheaper service or a friend that really knows how to do this really well, or examples online that you can find of great resumes, or a course for $12.99 on Udemy that's going to teach you it. that's what you want to do. And then let's see here. Okay. Page of Swords. That's what's really going to get you the job. The Page of Swords, it's the analytical thinking. It's, not the resume, but what's in the resume. It's the, okay, what research, remember today's about the research, what research and the learning with the master number 11, what can I focus on with the company? What can I find out the information about the company and put and slip that into my resume? Make show them that you're not, maybe in the cover letter, show them that you're knowledgeable about their company, why you're a great fit for it. Not just a laundry list of your qualifications and what you've studied and where you've worked before, but how does that fit perfectly with that particular company? Okay. And of course, the main thing here is that singular focus with the one broadsword. Remember, swords, thoughts, and ideas. This person, the Page of Swords is focused on the one idea. So we tend to want to do shotgun. We create a resume and we send it out to 100 companies. It's like throwing spaghetti at the wall, hoping something sticks, right? What you want to do instead is not throw it, shotgun, but you want to go the other way around. So instead of throwing out, sending out 100 resumes and seeing who comes back to you, instead, you want to pick the company. This is where I'm going to work. This is the singular place. That's it. I want to work there. And you want to focus the resume on the company. See what I mean? See the difference? So let's see what Mary's got.
Yeah, so I pretty much agree with Dax. And Dax, this is kind of funny. I got a 7 card too. I got the 7 of Wands.
That's pretty too. Look at that.
Isn't that funny? But as far as is the resume the be all end all? I don't think that it is. What I get as a result of that is the 8 of Swords. And the person's blindfolded. So I don't think that that's really, for a lot of people, you pick up a resume, you read it, you're like, okay, well, let's see what the person's actually like, because you could look great on paper and be terrible in person, right? And, the main focus card that I got is the High Priestess. So, and above it is 9 of Wands. So, it's like your wisdom, what you gained from the experience that you have, that's really what they want. They want the benefit of that knowledge. They want somebody who, didn't just go through the movements, but actually knows their stuff. So don't be afraid to show that, in any interview that you do. And I really feel like, you're going to find something good. But it's not going to be the resume that does it. It's going to be you yourself who seals the deal, nags the job, nails it, whatever.
Yes, I totally agree.
Awesome.
I agree with both of you.
Well, great.
Sounds good.
Thanks for calling, and call back and let us know how it goes.
Yeah.
I will give you a call, guys. Call next week, next Saturday. I'll call back into the show.
Awesome.
Terrific.
I love how we have our regulars. We got a lot of them now too.
Me too.
When you can recognize their voice, let's see. I'm going to check in the chat room. So if anybody in the chat room, Charlotte's in there now. Hi, Charlotte. She says, hi,
Charlotte.
Friends. Yep. She's got the leaves turning color and a sun.
Wonderful.
Doing the emojis. Yes.
How cool.
Ellie's still talking about the web stuff. It's like there's a webinar series I want you to check out, and she's on a job search too. Ellie is. I'm like, Ellie, we got to start an agency together. I'm just saying
you should do it.
And
yeah,
it would be awesome. Hey, I'm not seeing any questions in the chat, so if there's anybody that's watching us on YouTube and you got a question, go ahead and pop it in the chat there. Meanwhile, we're going to go back to the phone lines here. Oh my God, the phone lines are starting to fill up even more. The next caller that's been waiting the longest, it looks like, Mary, it's 562. I've never had that area code in 13 years. Hello, caller. Where are you calling from? 562. What's your name?
Good morning. This is Michael calling from Long Beach.
Michael from Long Beach. Awesome.
Hello. Hi. What do you want to talk about?
Good morning. Thank you.
Yeah, I didn't know that area
I
code.
actually have a question. It's been around for about 30 years or so.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a question real quick.
Yeah.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Yeah. What's your question?
So I have been disabled for like the last almost a year and a half. My question is regarding my disability benefits. When will I get them?
When will you get them? When? Okay. So like a timing question, about your disability benefits. Yeah. When do we see that happening for you? And you're talking like Social Security disability?
No. This is actually what the insurance company is supposed to be giving me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, no, this is, and it's basically 60 weeks retroactive at this point.
Right. Okay. So looking at this, in the timing card position, I get the 5 of Swords. And I do have the 3 Pentacles, like it comes up in the past, so, you started the process already. You have people you can work with. But I think it takes a while, maybe 5 months before it like kicks in, which is like not so great. But let's see what Dax is getting. And, fives, the 5 of Swords, especially, it does feel like it's like an unfair playing field. So, I also got the Knight of Pentacles as well and the Knight of Swords. And I feel like if you need somebody to help you with this, like an attorney or something, don't be afraid to go that route either, because that seems sort of like a long period of time to me. But let's see what Dax is getting.
Yeah, I mean, just real quickly, I think I have similar timing that you do. By the way, I had to mute Michael's line because there was a lot of background noise there. Yeah, remember you got that 8 of Swords? I got an 8 of Swords for Michael. 8 is actually 8 is actually abundance. All right. And yeah, you may feel like this right now, surrounded by the swords and blocked in and stuff like that, but it's going to be okay. Ace of Cups is after that. Justice, that's one of the cards we want to see in this kind of question. Will justice be served? Will you get what's due to you? Yes. Yes. And ultimately at the very end, the Star card, which again, the card of hope. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's going to happen. It's going to take a little while. Okay, so the Star card is, if you can see that, 17. 17. What's 1 plus 7? 8. Yes. So 17 days to 8 weeks. That's the range. It can be as fast as a couple of weeks, a little bit longer than a couple of weeks, all the way up to 8 weeks, but it eventually happens. Justice card. Yeah. So I'm feeling really good about it, Mary.
Awesome. Yeah. I just don't, I'm not a fan of the 5s, and especially the 5 of Swords. It's like when that comes up, sometimes we need some help to make it happen. So I think, sure, you could have that shorter time frame, but I feel like you need help to push it,
Well, and I was getting
that's how it is often with disability claims. So,
yeah. It's all about
somebody to put some pressure on.
Yeah, because I work with, the American Legion, Disabled
Yeah,
American Veterans, VFW, and that's what we do. We have a service officer that handles
yeah,
claims. Oh my God, but
it's gonna be crazy.
it also might be why I was getting the Eight of Swords, where he's, surrounded by the swords, and he's, tied up and has a blindfold on, so you
Yeah,
can't see your way out. So you need help, like you're saying. You need to
yeah,
you need a service officer, basically. Well, I hope that
yeah.
helped you out, Michael. What were you saying, Mary?
Oh, just, like when I was a legal secretary, one of the attorneys I worked for did Social Security disability claims. And like with those, everybody gets denied the first time, almost all the time, unless, you've got a lawyer, you've got somebody who's a specialist in it. And sometimes it's just the system, you know?
Yes. So let's see who's been waiting the longest before we take a look back at the
Yeah.
chat. I think it's area code 254. 254. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling?
Gabby from Texas.
Hi.
What was the name? Abby?
Gabby.
Gabby. Okay.
Gabby.
I only caught the tail end of it in Texas. That's where
What do you
Mary.
want to talk about, Gabby?
Well, I know that the writer's strike is over, and I'm like a little concerned about my career at the end because I'm a soap opera writer, as I call myself. And my question is, will I get a job in, I already have this opportunity to write a short film, but I'm just nervous because I haven't been writing a lot lately, and I'm just trying to make no excuses and just no exceptions, just write. And I want to know, should I keep writing and keep going, and will my career succeed?
Oh, great question. Dax, I think it's your turn.
Let's see what's going on here. Oh, yes. Ultimately, yes. So first of all, the Knight of Pentacles. Yes. So this is the slowest moving of the pentacle of the knights. I'm sorry, of the knights, the slowest moving of the four knights. And you're making slow, steady progress. It's just going to take a while, and he's very practical. So, you're taking the practical approach. You want to keep writing, and it eventually pays off. Okay. Is it going to pay off right away? No, there's a lot more to be done. And what's going to happen is along the road here, Five of Pentacles comes up. You're going to feel like you're out in the cold, like it's not happening for you, but really there's help right behind you. There's this stained glass window, that's there's a church there, there's help available. And remember, that came up today, the Master Illuminator number, seeking out help, along with the Hermit card. Okay, so you may need a little more mentoring. Okay, and Two of Pentacles, a lot of Pentacle cards here, folks. You may be in a balancing act with finances for a while, but if you keep to it, and that's the next card is the Eight of Pentacles, and 8 is abundance. So there you are, working hard, writing. And what did I say earlier? That whole conversation about the cards of the day and the numerology of the day and the message coming through, you have to live and breathe this stuff, and just keep working at it, and it's going to eventually pay off. And we get the Empress card. So this is the only major arcana card I got. It was at the end there. Okay. It's a 3 card. This, like I said, with the Knight of Pentacles, yeah, this could take a while. Okay. I hate to say it, the feeling I get is 3 years, that it's a long process of writing, getting turned down, but you eventually, it could be as quickly as 3 months, which would take us into the new year. And you spoke about a particular project. And if that's the case, then yeah, it's more like a 3 month, going in a winter kind of time frame thing. But overall, I'm feeling 3 years before, you really start to see the success in writing. Okay. And the Empress, giving birth, there's that creativity. Remember, three is the energy of the day. It's all about that, using your creativity. But let's see what Mary's getting. Maybe she has better advice for you or something different. What are you seeing? What are you seeing, Mary?
Not too different, because I also got the Two of Pentacles. But, if you look at the card, he's on stilts. He's juggling these coins. It's really talking about the multitasking aspect of this card. So I feel like it could be kind of a thing where maybe you have to do a couple projects at once, right? Maybe you do different styles of writing. Maybe you write a soap opera or graphic novel, comic book, something. And then over here on the side, maybe you're doing some technical writing, for a company, and that's maybe paying the bills in between the gigs that pay more. So I feel like, that's a writer's life, but not too different from the actor's life, right? And then we have the High Priestess card that comes up here. What do we always say? We always say, write what you know, right? But, the High Priestess also reminds us of like the things that we know, our inner wisdom and our things that come to us intuitively, and so follow that as well. If there's something, like if there's a story within you that is waiting to get out and you don't have a buyer for it, you need to write that story anyway. You come up as the Queen of Swords. There she is with her mighty pen. I'm sure you're probably writing with a computer, not really a pen. And then also one of the cards of the day, the Judgment card comes up in the present energy. So I feel like this is an important time frame, regardless of when Hollywood gets working again, when jobs start opening up again, regardless of that, this is an important time for you to like kind of make the decisions and choices about what you want to do with your writing career. What does that look like to you? Use your own, inner knowledge, wisdom, intuition. And don't think of it as just like the one big gig that's going to make it all right. Why not write a book, do your own graphic novel, work with an artist, something like that. Anyways, that's what I get.
It's interesting, Mary, when you pulled that card, the Two of Pentacles, I think it was, but he's like on the stilts and doing all this stuff and everything like that.
Yeah.
The first thing that popped in my head was that she needs to do something unusual and different to get people's attention.
Maybe.
That's what popped in my head. I don't know if that helps you out, Gabby, but think over what we had to say. And
I live in a group home, so like my money's pretty like in a standstill, so I'm trying to move closer to family, but that's the plan.
That's those Two of Pentacles. You got to get that figured out.
Money's tight, but your thoughts and ideas, your creativity doesn't cost anything. And just find a way to, record it. It's worthy.
And that Eight of Pentacles,
figuring that out.
He's got all those pentacles that he's created and he's working on one, and I just see you need to do a ton of writing. It's just a ton.
Yeah.
And most writers do. Most writers write every day and they put out a ton of work before they're ever recognized,
Yeah, everybody's got a drawer full of rejection letters.
Oh, yeah.
That get to you either. I mean, the greatest writers in the world, absolutely. And it is a habit. And it's also developing your voice.
Right.
And the more that you write, the more that shines through. And sometimes we have to discover what we want to write about,
Yeah. And that Eight of Pentacles, Mary, he's honing his skills at the same time as putting out a lot of product. He's also getting better at making the pentacles, you know. Well, thanks, Abby. Thanks for the call.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
And we'll return to the phone lines in a minute here. I'm going to check the chat room. Who else new is in here? Charlotte came in. I said, Chris the Fish. Hey, Chris. Let's see. Mary, Mistress, did you help work it out for them? Okay, I'm not sure who this person is or what they're saying, Mary, but you know, maybe it's something someone has secret with you, because he also said Secret Mary.
Oh.
Okay, I have no clue what's going on with that. All right. We do have Riddy Sharma in there. I'm gonna call him Riddy. And she or he, you can let us know, is asking about a contract when they are relocating to Paris. Oh, that's really cool. They're relocating to Paris. Hey, before we do that though, Mary, we blew past the bottom of the hour. Let's do some announcements real quick.
Yes.
Let everybody know what's going on at the Tarot Guild and the Psychic Talk Radio Network. Of course, we are the official broadcast of the Tarot Guild as well. So coming up on the Psychic Talk Radio Network, Magic Universe with Sharona. It's tomorrow, folks, 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern, October 22nd. And she's having on special guest Helena Dominic, and they're going to be talking about the true origins of Halloween. That's right. Halloween is not that far away. And Mary, what else is Halloween?
What else is it? I think it's the birthday of the Tarot Guild, isn't it?
Yeah, it's our 19th birthday. 19th anniversary. It's also Doug's birthday. We
can't even drink yet.
I know. But yep, we're going to have our 19th celebration. We're going to be going into our 20th year in how long away is that? Less than 2 weeks? Yeah. Anyway, it's coming up here, folks. It's coming up. And then I want to let you know that Angelic Channel and healer Catherine Hahn is still doing her series for October, The Power of Your Love. It's been a great series every Friday. And she's doing a wrap-up show next Friday. So I wanted to let you know. And then going into a different series in November. And The Angelic View with Maria G. Moss returns next Sunday, October 29th. Yay. And we actually just had Maria on in the green room before the show today on the Zoom call, because we were testing out her setup and everything. She's going to be coming back, and I'm going to be her guest co-host next week. And who knows what we're going to be talking about, but you know, of course it will include tarot and oracle cards and angel cards and angels and all the things Maria, you know, gets into. Plus we'll be catching up with Maria. You know, it's been a while since she's been on the network, and she's back. She's back. So as I was saying, we are the official broadcast of the Tarot Guild. And by the way, I got to change this in a couple weeks, Mary, to now in our 20th year. We have the world's only tarot social media networking platform, basically Facebook for tarot at thetarotguild.com. Come over. It's free to join. Top of any page, you get a profile like you do on social media accounts, like, you know, on social media platforms like Facebook, and all the same kind of features and everything like that. Everything you can do on Facebook, except it's all tarot all the time. And we do have a premium membership, which you can join for less than the cost of a latte. So whether you are a student or a professional reader, enthusiast, we got something for everyone. We do live Q&As, live workshops, panel discussions. We have a course, membership, certification, and you can join the guild for, I mean, it's $47 a year. It comes out to like $3.91 or something a month. That's less than a latte a month, folks. Come over and join the Tarot Guild. Just go to thetarotguild.com, click join the guild, And speaking of the workshops and everything, we've got a workshop coming up Sunday, October 29th. So an hour, like right after the show I'm doing with Maria, I'm going to be doing a workshop on the 5-card yes, no spread that I use here on the shows. Yeah. So we're going to do a workshop and a Q&A Sunday, October 29th. And as always, if you want to grab Mary and I a cup of coffee, go over to thetarotguild.com/live. And on that same page, you can book a tag team reading with Mary and I. It's 30 minutes, private session. You know, we do these tag team readings here on the shows, but we can only spend a couple of minutes with you. Well, you'll get us for a full 30-minute private session for just $99.99. And we're also doing individual readings. You go over to thetarotguild.com/live, and there's a message button for Mary and a message button for me. Send us a message if you want to book an individual private reading. We have a special just for our viewers and listeners, $44.44 for a full reading. That's right. All righty. So back to the show. We're going to pull cards. And Mary, you're up next, actually.
Oh, boy.
So we're going to do that question from Riddy. When will I sign my LVMH contract? When will I relocate to Paris? I don't know if those are two. I don't know if that's two questions or will they sign the contract when they move to Paris?
Relocating to Paris. Wow, I'd love to relocate to Paris. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, let's do that now.
I could do. Can I go now? Please. I want to go to Paris now. Or do I? I don't know. Anyways, what about you? When are you relocating to Paris? And what comes up in the timing position? Wow, the Ace of Wands comes up in the timing position. Why does it seem like it happens so quickly? Ace of Cups comes up here too. And also the Justice card. Wow, Knight of Swords going into the King of Swords. You know, those are the cards that come up. To me, it's pretty clear, like, this is happening. With the Justice card, maybe there's some things we have to balance before that happens. But with the Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands in the timing position, like really fast. You know, I mean, this doesn't take years and years and years. This could happen like real quick, that everything falls into place. And I think that that's the key of it, is everything needs to fall into place in order to make it happen. But that's what I'm getting with this. And so let's see what Mr. Dax is getting.
Oh, you're going to love this, Mary. You're going to love this.
What?
Ace of Wands.
Wow.
Yep.
Amazing.
Amazing. Now, mine is almost identical to yours. Slight twist here. I am getting the Hanged Man. This actually was the first card I pulled. I feel like there's a short delay. You know, not super long, you know, but, you know, some kind of, and also to get this happening, you know, this is one of those thinking outside the box cards. You know, you might have to do that a little bit. But then the Judgment card comes in, you know, this is going to be a big move for you. In fact, I've got 3 major Arcana cards here. You know, then the Ace of Wands, you know, but in my timing position, Mary, I actually got the Wheel of Fortune, which is also 1, because 10,
Ooh,
1 0
nice.
1, but it's 10. Okay, so maybe that 1 energy is really more the 10 version of the 1 energy. 10 is, in numerology, when you have a 0, it's enhancing what's in front of it. So if you have a 1, you know, if you have 500, that's 0 0 enhancing 5. Okay, so it's the same thing with 10. So it is 1. And we have the Ace of Wands, which is 1. Okay, but this has the 0. So, you know, it might be a little longer than happening in like a 1 month time frame or something like that. Might be more like 10 weeks. You know, but I'm feeling it somewhere in there. I mean, it's definitely not 1 day. Okay, or 1 week, but it could be fairly quickly. You know, it could be 1 month.
Yeah.
1 month to 10, but yeah, definitely happening. Definitely happening. Are you getting the contract? Now, I did not pull cards on this, but I got to tell you, with what I was seeing in those cards and how positive all those cards are and everything like that, you know, I think that's probably a big fat yes too.
Yeah,
You know, I think
I
you're going to
agree.
get the contract, be able to, you know, I think I read her question or his question really fast. And
Mm.
I thought that they were asking,
I
you
was
know,
all about Paris.
I know, but see, I saw the contract for it's like, will I get my contract signed and move to Paris? Like the whole thing went together, and I feel it does.
Yeah.
So there you
Yeah.
go. I hope that answers your question. We also have,
Let us know what happened.
yeah, and let us know. Let us know. We always want that. Charlotte says, gotta love the synchronicity. Yeah. And Riddy's saying a week, please. Hey, it could be a week. It could be as fast as a week. You know,
It really could be.
Mary was really feeling the quickness.
Yes, I was feeling the quickness.
The only reason I had it like a month, you know, to 10 days, a month to 10 weeks is because of that hangman. I feel like there is a delay that, but if you knowing us telling you and now you knowing about the delay, maybe you can overcome that quickly. And you're going to be joining us next Saturday live from Paris.
That would be so cool.
Wouldn't that be cool? Yes.
Oui.
Yes. And yeah, you got to love the synchronicity. We have Ayat Noor in there. I'm new here. Within how many days Yasmin's marriage will be held? Days? You're there and know the person. You know better than I do.
Yeah.
No, honestly, it's like, okay, you know, people ask tarot readers anything, you know, and I got to tell you, in my old age, after doing this for decade after decade after decade after, I'm getting lazy, Mary. I'm like, okay, whatever you want to ask, I'm just going to pull a card and I'm going to tell you what it says. You know,
Right.
I'm tired of reframing. I'm tired of like, oh, that's not empowering to the client. You know, I'm just going to answer whatever you ask. But I got to tell you, sometimes when I get some of these questions, I do a little noodle scratching. You know, it's like
noodle scratching.
Yeah, I mean, Ayat, you know better than I do about Yasmin's marriage, you know, within how many days? It's like, well, did you get an invitation? And it'll tell you on the invitation how many days. I mean,
look how long it takes just to get a dress.
Yeah, I mean, you know, so I'm going to pull cards because you asked. Okay. And there you go. 2 cups. So 2 of cups, marriage. And you wanted days, 2 days. Hey, you know, and now you have to come back on the show next Saturday and tell us if Yasmin got married 2 days after today.
Yeah. And I just pulled a card, Page of Swords.
What'd you
ask her? Ask her family. I feel like this is such a, I don't know. It's
what card did you get?
Question. The Page of Swords.
Page of Swords. Okay. Yeah.
Like find out. You know?
So Charlotte says noodle scratching. I'm just going to leave that there.
And I think also with timing questions, you know, like an astrologer, like that is so connected to time, you know, like astrology much more. There's timing, theories. There's different timing techniques for tarot cards. But if I myself had a timing question, like that was it, I would go to an astrologer. But actually, I just asked the people involved.
Oh, well, yeah. Just when you get married, pick up the telephone. No, but seriously, thinking of numerology, because I do numerology, I don't do astrology, but I know of astrology. To me, though, neither one of those tend to be, unless you're looking at specific date, they don't tend to be predictive. So in other words, if I wanted to decide when was the best day to get married, I'd go to an astrologer or a numerologist.
Yes.
But astrology is not going to tell me, if I get married next Saturday, if I'm going to get married, it'll tell me if getting married next Saturday is a good idea, but it won't tell me when I'm getting. It's not predictive. Astrology is not predictive. Anyway,
Well, there is predictive astrology.
Oh no, I'm not saying there's not.
Yeah,
I'm not saying, but usually it's tied in with the whole Nostradamus stuff, and looking at major events, and where are the planets and all. It predicts things, but predicting an individual getting married in 2 days, I don't think it does that. Anyway, but that's my theory. Last 10 years. Let's see what else is going on in here. But I love when Charlotte said noodle scratching. I'm just going to leave it there. You know what? The first thing that popped in my head when she said that is, thank God Jason's not in here, because he would, if he was in the chat room.
Jason's in Belgium right now at a concert.
He would have had something to say about that. Yeah,
he would have had a field day.
He would have had a field day. So we don't have any more questions in the chat. Let's see if we can squeeze in a question. We'll go to, oh, wait, I think Charlotte's on the line. Charlotte, do you have your hand raised?
Yes.
Is that you? She does.
Charlotte.
Hey, Charlotte.
Hey, Charlotte.
I thought that was your number. Wow. What's your question?
Good to talk to you. What's up?
Yeah, great to talk with you. I'm scratching my noodle.
I don't want to hear about that, Dax.
You've never heard that? You guys have never heard that term before, It makes you scratch your noodle. I mean, that means scratching your head. It's a normal.
We don't do that in public in Texas, okay?
Well, I'm talking about this head. You guys, your minds are just in the gutter all the Yeah, you know how they complain about us guys. Hello, the chicks here. It's the girls that are with their minds in the gutter,
Their minds in the gutter.
What's your question for us, Charlotte?
I just leave it there. You're the one that keeps bringing it up. Well, no pun intended there, but
wow.
Okay, the whole last part of the show here, we're just gonna dump this out, I'll edit it and splice it together. Yeah.
Family hour is over.
We're on cable.
So I am just I sent you a private message yesterday telling you just how grateful I am that you have created this space, this safe space, a space for learning, a space for a community, community atmosphere. And I wanted to tell whoever's listening that that this is such a cool group to belong to and to tune into, because you get your questions answered. You get great advice, but you're also welcomed in with open arms, and it's fabulous. And I just can't say enough good things about it. So,
yes.
Of course, I want to say that. And then, as always, if you've got any, cards that are jumping out of your decks that I need a message for, or from, just, let me know. If nothing's popping out, then we can just call this good with the compliments and,
yeah,
and
we can pull a card if you just want
innuendos.
Is that what you're saying? You just want us to generally pull a card? Oh, by the way, I wanted to say something real quick before I forget. Because you were just talking about, thank you for all the compliments,
yes.
and our shows here on the radio, simulcasting, and YouTube, as well as the Tarot Guild itself. But we're coming up on the 20th anniversary, and we've got some things planned, and it's only going to get better. I'm just telling you right now. But let's see.
That is so exciting.
You pulled a card for Charlotte. What's coming up?
I did. Charlotte, I got the 6 of Swords. And, to me, I often associate this card with an idea of healing, or at least things getting better. You know, it's like we're crossing, into like a time where, things are going to be smoother. That idea of smooth sailing. Because they're in a boat. And if you look in this particular card in Chiro's deck, the swords are outside of the boat. And he said before, like, it never made sense to me. Like, if you got a wooden boat and you're going to stab it with swords, why would you do that? Like, how far are you going to get, right? So it's this idea of like swimming with our thoughts and our ideas, and, that you're going to think of things that are going to help make things better, for yourself, maybe for others too.
Yeah.
But that person's not alone in the boat. So that's a card that I got, and let's see what Dax got.
Oh yes. Well, I got
before Dax says anything, here's another synchronicity. So I was just kind of jotting down in this little journal, doodle book, whatever, as I was listening to the show just now. And one of the things I wrote was, I am so grateful that, I was trying to, phrase it correctly, that my creativity is showing itself more. And then for Mary to give me that reading like less than 10 minutes later.
That's awesome.
That's kind of cool, don't you think?
I think it's
am
a
I
message.
the only one that sees the connection there? I'm like, whoa.
Well, not only that, but
anyway, okay.
Not only that, but the fact that that's what you were doing, and then it's a 3-day creativity.
Oh.
I mean, the synchronicities are used. We talked about that in the beginning of the show. Today is all about your creativity and maybe trying new things that you haven't tried before, for instance, and so forth like that, But as far as a message coming through, I got the High Priestess. So the tarot wants you to discover the secrets within. This card's about going within, working on your psychic ability. I don't know how much you've been doing that lately. And, if you have been leaning into that, this is a confirmation. If you haven't, I know you have in the past, knowing you, Charlotte. So you need to get back to that. Okay. Along with it is this, I got a swords card too, but it's the King of Swords. So whereas, Mary had the multiple swords, I got the singular, let's focus in on one thing, which we know Charlotte has difficulty with. But anyway, be a little.
I do, because I love everything so much.
You love everything, but pick one thing to focus in on, which is what I said about today's energy and cards of the day were saying. Pick that one thing, focus in on that. And then, the secret of the High Priestess card, I'll let you all in on it right now. Shh, you're not supposed to know this. Can you see that she's guarding the entrance to the temple? These two columns, Boaz and Yakim, the B and the J, the black and the white there, those were the columns at the entrance leading into the temple, the original temple in Jerusalem. All right. And then you see behind her that veil. It's covering up the secrets, what's actually in there. But if you peek on the sides of the veil here, what do you see? A huge body of water. So water, typically in tarot, is talking about the subconscious and the higher self. So the secret she's guarding is that everything that's manifested flows. And by the way, look at how her clothing here is just like flowing into, it's like becoming the water down here. it's very similar to the Queen of Cups, which has a very similar energy and meaning, and her gown is, you know, flowing in, becoming the water as well. So basically, the opposite is true. What we first conceive in our subconscious manifests into reality. That's the secret. So contemplate on that, Charlotte. Whatever it is you're trying to manifest, I think there's something, and you know, you can do that. Program your subconscious mind before you go to sleep at night, you know, listen to your dreams, and hold the thought forms in your head, and then you'll be able to manifest that.
You can do it.
You can do it. Yeah,
do it. Cool. That actually took my breath.
Wow.
Part of that, I mean, it literally took my breath.
Had you heard that? Had you heard that before about the Queen? I'm sorry, the priestess.
No, not in that much detail. No, I haven't. But I am so, water is so much a part of me. And then, I mean, just everything, it just literally took my breath. I mean, and, you know, sometimes you get goosebumps, but I think this is the first time something's actually taken my breath.
That's what we're here for. We're here to take your breath away and give you goosebumps.
Thanks for the call, Charlotte.
So thank you.
Yeah, that was so sweet of you. Good to hear from you.
Yep. Let us know what happens.
Love you guys.
We'll talk to you next week.
Love you too.
I will.
Awesome sauce. Last call of the day. Yeah. And, you know, I was talking about her delving into her inner self and her psychic abilities again. And the whole contemplation thing that I was talking about, and creating the thought form.
Yes.
The visualization and manifesting, you know, that's exercising your psychic ability as well. So I think that's
absolutely got to use it
a lot. All righty. Well, we got to get out of here, and we will see you next week. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow for the fabulous Sharona Rapseek. Yeah, it's going to be a fun show. Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Good night, Mary Ellen.
Good night, John Boy.